So, Doctor Who Series 12 gave us many things to chew on. Whether you loved it, whether you hated it, probably mostly hated to be honest. It's happened, there's many things that happened in that said series, and I've already talked about, one thing about that was The Timeless Child. I'm kind of thinking about doing a little trilogy of videos here. So, for this video I am talking about the good old Captain Jack Harkness himself, played by John Barrowman. Yeah, this was disappointing, wasn't it? Let's be real. Don't try and sugarcoat it. I get it that, you know, oh god, he's back, oh Jack, oh I love that man, he's back and I love him too, but at the same time it was like, did we get any character building? Did we get really anything decent from him? Did we get really much? No, we just got him exploiting exposition, which Chibnall seems to be really good at, and that was kind of it. He didn't get to meet the Doctor, though he might do, who knows, at a special. But in this series and in that episode, it was nothing, and this was a big triumphant return after 10 years not being in Doctor Who, and that was it. But let's talk about some good stuff of seeing good old Captain Jack return. If anything, I gotta give it to John Barrowman. At least he was very, you know, he didn't look bored. He didn't look like he didn't want to be there or anything, which you've sometimes seen in some returns. Like, Barrowman was clearly excited to be back playing good old Captain Jack Harkness once again. And that's kind of it, really, I think. I mean, at least they kept the coat. I mean, at least they did that. But good old sake, he's still wearing that blue shirt after all these years. It's the same blue shirt. I was disappointed overall. I didn't agree with this return because it felt... And it's something something that's really been going on for many things, many movies and TVs, where I felt a little bit abused of my love of the fandom and that kind of world, where these companies know what they're doing. They're not stupid, you know, and I kind of felt that they're just grasping on the nostalgia's sake, really, than pushing a character or the narrative or whatever kind of state, because that's what happened. He literally popped in and then he was popped back out, and I mean, here's hoping Jack comes back. I mean, it's rumoured that he's going to come back in the Christmas special, but if he doesn't, I mean, yeek, that's not... He should have appeared, I think, somewhere in the finale. I don't know how, but that return just felt so deflated overall. I mean, yeah, because it was fun seeing him. The also issue that you had a little bit, as soon as you saw Jack back, I know many other Doctor Who fans were the same, that was the only thing that, you know, you were thinking about a little bit, was that and the Ruth Doctor, which I will talk about. So that was kind of... That was kind of it, and there was... I think when you had that in your mind halfway through a series and it doesn't deliver at the end, yes, it's disappointing, because... And some folk will say, well, that's your own fault. It's like, well, not really, it's not, because when they clearly tease something like that halfway through a series, that's not a fan's fault. It really isn't at all, and I just think overall it was this big return of seeing Jack... Because it was really done well, I must say. You know, the fact that they managed to keep it quiet, and, you know, that was quite a surprise. But I think most Doctor Who fans, including myself, as soon as they heard Barrowman's voice, they knew fine well that was Jack, and that he was back indeed. But I love this character, and I just wish it was a return that felt a little bit more solid than just it was for the sake of the arc that was happening. That worked really well, that arc. So it did. But yeah, it's my overall opinion. I felt I don't want to say abused, because that's a bit of a strong word to really say, but I just felt, you know, my love of the show was just used to get a reaction. Especially how he first appears, hey, I'm back, and it's like, when you look back on it now, you're a bit kind of like, right, okay, I get what you're doing now. You're not really saying I'm back to Graham, you're saying really I'm back to the audience, and I get it, and it's fun, but it's looking on it, I feel a little bit used of my love of that character than really, oh, he's back, oh, we're doing something new, we're doing new things, or something, give me something new, but there's nothing. Hopefully he appears again, but if not, Jesus, that's what a horrible way to bring back such a beloved character. I mean, when you look back in the classic series, like with the Brigadier, they would bring him back. Like there was big jumps and all. When they brought him back for Battlefield, it felt quite nice. He was retired now, and it was just, at least he did things with him. At least he shot his revolver, unlike Jack. What if he still got his revolver? Would he be able to get bullets of that in space? Like stuff like that. Where was he in his timeline? It was, and as much as like something did quite annoy me, I must say, actually, because as much as he was all fun and whatever, if this is set after Children of Earth, like I don't know how you can still be quite like that, like because there's a bit of a jump there. I think he was a bit. That Jack was not Jack now. That was 2005 Jack. He was so over the top and hyperactive, but nobody told John Barrowman clearly no, because nobody knows the character and that whole where they kind of film and all that. Because I'm pretty sure John Barrowman said in an interview it was filled with people that just didn't they didn't know him the same, they didn't know the character as well, and yeah. That's what I feel like the writers' room feels like right now. So yeah, my overall kind of feeling of this was just disappointment. It really was, and just feeling used, and it's not a nice feeling. It really isn't. And don't get me wrong, I want to see Jack back, but I want something substantial and something new and something fun, you know. And I always kind of thought that's not right, but I mean like in terms of an adventure, and hopefully maybe we do, but didn't do it right. It shouldn't have done it that way. That was wrong, I think. Yeah, doing it that way. It just felt abused of the love of that franchise. So yes, I'd love to know what you guys think. Did you like this return of the sudden Jack and how it was handled? I'd love to know what you guys think. I'm going to do, this is a 3-part video kind of selection of trilogy, I don't know, of videos I'm doing with Doctor Who Series 12, because it was a long time actually but it's been out, and I thought I'd quickly do a little kind of talk about it, really the main kind of subjects on it. So yes, more videos in the future. Comment down below, I'd love to know what you guys think. So till then, see you later. Or should I do a Jack pose this time? See you later.